everyone.
Hello, guys. Oh my goodness.
We are back to you.
Yes,
today.
yes. It's our section. You know what it is all about. It's keeping tracks with the Browns.
Your life-changing podcast.
Okay,
Yes.
guys. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing great. Okay, but you guys can't forget what we always do before we start. We want to thank God for keeping us alive
Yes.
because we can't do without that.
Exactly.
Okay, that is the way we think. Sorry if you don't understand that, but that's the way we roll. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Oh yeah. You know, Anita. Actually, today it's sunny.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Imagine I was putting this on. I almost wanted to go back and take it, take
change.
it off and
Yes.
change.
Ah.
But I
Well,
was.
well, you know what?
The weather was.
Don't try Irish weather because you can't say. It might be raining now and the next time it's just, sunny.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly. But
guys.
we are just enjoying the weather out there for the
yes.
moment,
Yes,
anyway.
exactly. No, we're getting into summer.
Yes, guys.
All right, guys. Now it's time to get right into it. Okay.
Yes.
So we've got a topic, very interesting topic today. Chichi, what do you have to say?
Today we're talking about relationship matters. Actually, one of our listeners sent us this question. You know, as always been saying that
Yes.
we always tell you guys to give us whatever you want us to discuss
About.
Yeah, so always send us an email. And so I got this from one of our listeners.
Yes.
And she said that she was actually wondering, but because of the experience that she had, she was asking to know, why would somebody prefer to be single over having a relationship? So it's about relationship matters today.
Oh my goodness. Yes. When you talk about relationship, that just jiggles, to me, like everybody's ears, everybody just want to know more about that.
Exactly.
Because it's just what is all bringing us together in this world.
Exactly, because it's either you have an experience,
Yes.
or you had anything, but maybe you had experience from someone.
Yeah.
Or so there is always something about relationship.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're right. You're right, Chichi,
because
you're right.
relationship is not all about just maybe with significant other or
Yes.
other people.
Yeah.
Even right in our families.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
tell me more about
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
We talk about that. And girl, whatever you are, I hope you're listening. Okay, so we are here to give you what we know about it. And guys, don't forget, feel free. Okay, down the comment section, you could just air your view and tell us what you think about this topic. Remember, we are all here to learn.
Yes, and
okay?
remember, we always put our poll on
Yes.
Spotify.
Yes.
So
You can watch
tell us
it on-
about this episode, what you like about it, what you want us to
Improve
on it.
Yeah.
Okay, without much
Yes, if you leave us here,
time.
we are going to just continue. So let's get right into it, okay?
Yes.
So-
So the question again is, why would somebody prefer to be single over having a relationship?
So Shishi, we have to start from you.
Oh yes.
Let's start with you.
we talk about what I think it should come first with what the person actually wants in life. Someone what they want in life. Is it for, like, are they talking about relationship of going into a relationship for the lifetime, or just for the moment? Like,
Okay.
what exactly does the person? I think that's the question I'm going to put
Yes,
there.
okay.
Does the person
Actually
want
yeah.
at that present time? Yes. So that is where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Yes. But I would say that for that particular question about relationship, why would someone want to be
Alone.
on their own? Yes. I think the reasons will be countless if we start saying that.
Yes. I feel like I want to even start, but Chichi, let's just continue. Okay, now I want to say mine. I think I will first of all talk about experience.
Good.
Oh my goodness. Experience. You want to define experience. The definition doesn't really come in one way.
Yes.
A lot of things we can say experience might be the events or the circumstances we have witnessed in life.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yourself, in family, with friends, relations,
As far as someone is existing in this life, you have an experience.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
It's either within you or outside you.
Yeah,
You see.
it can be sweet, it can be sour.
Yes.
So it depends.
And it can be a lesson too.
Yes. And guys, we know we have different types of relationship. Different types of experiences. Okay,
Yeah.
so It can be from our past experience.
Yes.
It can actually also be from the recent one that we are in,
Mm-hmm.
or personal encounter, or actually from people around us,
Yes.
family and friends.
Yes,
Okay?
yeah.
And
So
with that,
it depends on where you got your experience. So how does it relate to why would someone want to be alone?
okay.
Yes.
Relating that to that question is actually very simple. It depends on what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Would they want to continue based on the experience they've had from whether relationship or the way they, where they acted, the way they have been treated from people, family, friends? Okay, so that can actually lead in that person making a decision to rather stay alone, to decide to stay alone rather in being in a relationship.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
does not mean that the person is no more available to try another time.
Yes.
But maybe at that moment, they might decide to, okay, do you know what? I've had enough of this. I want to just be alone. Okay, so we can't just say it's got a window time or a window period.
Yeah, so it depends on the person's experience and
yes.
what they actually want at that time.
Yes,
Yes.
you're right.
Yes.
Okay, so it's all about the moment, the decision. Okay, a personal decision, what the person is going through, depending on the experience they've had.
Yeah,
So
but I think that is true anyway. Yeah, in some aspects, I think maybe some people haven't. If we're talking about relationship, maybe in the aspect of having a significant other,
Yes.
or having going into relationship like kind of partnership relationship,
Cohabiting or just.
So if we're not like apart from the family aspect, so if we are putting it like that, I think sometimes maybe someone might decide they haven't actually started a relationship, but they maybe because of what they had, or how the experience, as you
Yes,
said, how they
yes.
see other
They might be scared to try.
other relationships going.
Yes,
so
and they will think I'd rather remain
yes,
on my own alone, to bear my cross
I
alone.
think, I think that is actually part of me
Yes,
too. Like,
yes.
like I personally myself. So sometimes I always want to like, okay, so for me, I don't think this is going to be just going to turn out something good, because I don't want, maybe I'm looking at what other people have gone through, or some of my friends that
So
I know.
experience is the best teacher.
Yeah, so it's the experience. Sometimes I don't just want that.
Okay.
I just wanted to like just stay on my own.
Yeah.
Stay on my own.
Okay,
so
that might be a very meaningful
yeah, I think it's for
you.
someone else there too. So I'm
Okay.
talking of experience.
Yes.
So someone else too might think about that.
Yes.
They might not have tried relationship, but or maybe they might have tried, like
Yes.
giving it a little, like, okay, all these things I'm talking about relationship, let me just give it a little try. Maybe just one of the experience will
Makes
scared.
them-
Yeah, the person will be
scare
scared.
them away.
Yeah. So
Okay.
there are a lot of things there to talk about.
Okay, so
that
what else do you think,
experience.
Chichi?
What I would say, a reason for someone to stay single over relationship would be freedom.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
good point.
yeah.
That's another good point.
Exactly.
Freedom. I want my space. So let's hear more from you.
Exactly. Now, when we talk about freedom, what do we actually? What does
Freedom
mean to us? You see, I would say freedom is for you. You have the right. You have the power to
Make
to
decisions.
to speak, to act, and to think how you want it.
Have your quiet time.
Exactly.
Without somebody encroaching in your space.
Exactly. So yeah, there's not freedom, and I think when you talk about freedom and happiness go hand in hand.
Yes,
you
yes,
see.
yes.
So because if you have your freedom, you don't have anything that is affecting you, that is encroaching in your freedom. So you'll be happy.
Yes.
Exactly.
Do your things at your own time.
Oh, yeah,
without somebody bossing you around.
Exactly. It just
But you know that freedom might get some like limits. There's always a limit to something.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we can't just have that whole freedom, because if we say everybody's just going to have that freedom, I know you're relating that when it comes to someone, rather choosing to be
on their
own.
Yes.
Instead of mingling with people, they don't want anybody to boss them around. They just want their space. They just want that freedom, and they might say, okay, I'm going to stick to this freedom because with this I'm going to have less drama.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my decisions.
Exactly.
Whether I fail or not, I bear the consequence.
Exactly. But one thing about freedom is that if you are single, you have your freedom. You're able to dream your dreams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carry it out.
You are able to
fulfill them.
Yes. Dream your dreams and able to make contact of how you want it or how you want to align your destiny.
Yes.
So no one is there to
boss you
around or tell you what you can do or what
not.
You cannot do.
Yes, you're right.
They are making decisions because I think I was reading an article from Chicago Tribune.
Okay.
Let me just, because I put it down somewhere.
Okay.
And it says there was one finding.
Okay.
I think two findings about what they said for freedom. And they then said about freedom and people being single.
Okay.
And then said number one is that people who are happily single cherish their time alone.
Oh.
Their solitude time alone. Yeah. So they said that they use it to restore their energy and pursue their passion. It's just like what we were saying.
Yes.
So that solitude, that moment of solitude, you have it on your own.
Oh, can I say something?
Yeah.
I think I'm beginning to agree with you because I am speaking out of experience. For me, I've been into a relationship before. I've been there before, and some of the experience I had then wasn't really, I thought it was actually good for me, but looking at that now back after what you just read now is beginning to dawn on me that okay, even though I've been alone on my own self trying to, at least I was able to achieve my childhood dream.
You see,
rather than when compared to when I was in that relationship or marriage, whatever you call it. So I had so many things bothering me.
Exactly, Anita, you remember that is true because you recently was it last year?
Yes, I just recently graduated from my LLB. Yeah. So it's my childhood dream, and I'm proud of that. I couldn't actually achieve that while I was in marriage.
You see?
I would say that because I had a lot of things.
Yes.
But that does not mean that while you're still in a relationship, whether marriage or just a significant other, you cannot be able to achieve what you want to achieve. But it all boils down to the people that we are relating with.
Exactly.
There are people that are there to help you uplift and achieve your dream and support you.
Exactly.
While some people are there to tear you down. So for your mental health and your psychological being, you have to put all these things in order. And you still have to put your hopes together to make sure that everything works out for you. Okay, and that is my hope. I'm not giving up.
All
right, okay. I might still find something very good.
Exactly, and there's another one. They said the findings.
Yeah.
They talked about that being single. They said those that are single in their solitude time, that they have freedom to attend to people who matters most in their lives. You see,
now I have so much time for my grandmom. I have so much time for my loved ones around.
Exactly.
Even friends calling on me to ask me some questions. Like while I was just there in the relationship, I was like, okay, let me just do something before I know what's happening. I'll end up not even answering them or attending to them.
Yes.
But now I'm able to even though in my busy schedule, I still have time to answer them and try my best to see what I can do to them. It might not be perfect, but at least I have a time. At least I can schedule things on my own, run around. Even if I didn't meet up, nobody's going to blame me.